Hello, everyone. How are you? My name is Pedro Stein. I am the Business Development Manager at gSignature, and I will be the main point of contact for you, our partners. So whether you are watching this on YouTube or attending this webinar, this session is designed for anyone who wants to master this platform in its most basic and intermediate form. We are going to go behind the scenes to understand how gSignatures actually works, exploring the admin panel and all its main primary tools. This will be particularly useful for end users and partners, or new team members of you, partners who maybe have missed the initial training sessions or stuff like that. So let's go to the main dashboard to start exploring this platform here. Okay, so gSignature during the past several months has evolved quite a bit. While it started with email signatures, it is now a comprehensive digital identity management platform for large or medium-sized organizations, including companies, governments, ONGs, whatever type of organization actually. We manage the visual elements of an organization digital identity across three main pillars at the date of recording of this webinar. Not we will continue uploading or releasing new features during the following months. So we have here what you already know, our professional automated footers for every sent email or email signatures. This is the feature that made us quite famous a while. So this is the main pillar of the signature. We also have now digital business cards. There are small landing pages accessible via QR codes or URLs, and they are perfect for networking without wasting papers, because you already know how that traditional business cards are thrown away within 3 or 4 days after you give them away. So this is a way better option. Here you can see how it looks with my data. No, this is not my data. Let me show you here mine, so you can see a full one. It's like this one, right? And virtual backgrounds that are professional branded backgrounds for video calls, Google Meet, Teams, Zoom, and so on. That looks like those ones, these ones. If you already have had any meeting with me, you already saw how it looks. You can scan the code. Not this one, because this is from our demo account. You can visit the digital business card of the person that is using this virtual background. So that's quite useful. So those are the three main services that we offer now. And now we will go through common misconceptions that some potential clients may have. So to help you handle these common potential client questions, it is vital to distinguish gSignature from other technologies. gSignature is not a electronic or digital signature service. We don't do cryptographic document certification like signing a PDF for legal validity, for example. We do email signatures, the visual footer of your messages. We are also not an email tracker or tracking service or individual email tracking service. We do not provide read receipts or track if a specific recipient opens a specific email. We don't read your private messages. We only inject the signature into outgoing mail. Although we do have some analytics that show how many times a signature or a banner and signature has been opened or clicked, but not by who. We are very conscious about privacy, so we don't do that type of thing. If you need something like that, you are thinking on platforms such as HubSpot, Pipedrive, or those type of things that we complement very well, but it's not our business. This is a completely different universe. And also, we are not mass mailing email marketing service. We are not a replacement for platforms like MailChimp or Klaviyo. Marketing emails require different structures, such as unsubscribe buttons or specific database disclosures on the footer of the email. So it's a completely different stuff. For that, as I said, you need something like Klaviyo or Salesmanago that are completely separated from your work environment. So now let's go back to our dashboard, because we will see now what types of integration methods we have for different work environments for our new clients. First, we have, let me show you right here. I just noticed that is in Spanish. I will change it to English now. Okay. So here, no, I'm sorry, integration. So first we have the extension-based integration, this one over here, or this one over here, that is the one that takes like 2 minutes to activate. Using a Chrome-based browser or Outlook 365 software email client extension, this allows the user to see and manage the signatures directly within their email client. This means that when you are using your email client here, like this extension is automatically installed at an organization level. If you click here to go to the Google Workspace or Microsoft Store, Google Workspace Market, and you install it at an organization level. This allows you to do the following. Every time a new user, for example, in your organization opens his or her brand new email, this person will already have the extension automatically installed in their browser. How it works is that this type of integration is all made through this extension snippet here. So this extension actually modifies your email and puts the correspondent signature. For example, just a quick example, if I write an email to somebody from my own organization, let's say to myself, the extension modify the signature accordingly. So the extension based integration does all its magic through this small piece of software at a email client level. So this email client, this web app, is modifying my emails. Okay, so this is the extension-based integration. Now we also have the server-side integration. This is the more advanced option. It is configured through the Google Workspace console or Microsoft 365 admin console, and it processes signatures at the server level. So if you use the server-side integration, following the all the setup instructions here, it takes like 10 or 15 minutes tops, and if you already did that a bunch of times, it will take you like 5 minutes. It's super easy. The signatures will be managed at a outgoing server level. So if you have a client and you have the server-side integration but not the extension, for example, they will see their emails like this, because the signature will be injected to the email when the email message is going out through the outgoing server, email server. So the user will not see the signature, but it will work in every email client the user is using. For example, if the user is sending emails through HubSpot, it will still work because the signature will be injected as soon as it goes out through the outgoing server, outmail server. But if you even if you have a client that is using the server-side integration and you want to improve a little bit the user experience, we recommend keeping the extension active or installing the extension. So the extension will serve as a preview of the signatures. For example, here in our own organization, we have the server-side integration activated, and also we have installed the extension so the users can see the signature that is being sent. So the user experience is way better. And it also allows the user to see the signatures in the send box in their email, because usually when the client server software sends an email, first it saves a copy in the sent folder, and then the message goes through the email server. Then the gSignature server-side integration injects the signature, and the emails go out to its recipients. But with the extension also active, the signature will be also visible in the sent folder. So that's something we recommend. Now, let's see some key features and advanced models on signatures, because and the other models, because you already know the basics, but it's better if we make sure that you know every single interesting detail. This is what you probably already know, how signatures template works. So what is important to understand is all signature information is managed automatically through these dynamic templates, for example, this one. So this is something that all clients should understand, because we have seen this error many times. Many times when a client doesn't have any type of consulting service or something that could assist them, sometimes they create the signatures and write the information about the users here, like something like this. I will write something different so you can see the difference. And then they make a single signature for every user. But that's not the idea with gSignature. gSignature is made for efficiency, to save time, to save costs in man hours managing this type of thing. So what you do is you use variables. Here you have a library with all the available variables in the platform, such as username. So you click the variable over here, paste it, and the signature will automatically put the information from the specific user. So in theory, you could have just one signature template for your whole organization with thousands of users. And where the information comes from the integration. As soon as you integrate your platform, you will see all the information about your users in employees. Here you can see all the employees in your organization. Those are all just test subjects, or just I mean, this doesn't exist, right? And here you can see in a table format all the information about your employees. And you can extend this because all of this data is pulled from Google Workspace or Microsoft 365, but you can go over employee data and extend it with more settings, with more, not settings, with more fields. Okay, for example, here is someone added this test field. So when you go over employees and go to employee management, you will see this additional test field here. So you can use it for example, social media links, personal links, for example. And then when you are creating your template, you can use those extended variables here. In other variables, you will see the ones you already created. For example, test. If I add this one here, it will show nothing because I don't have any information in this test field. So I'm not company address because this test test account doesn't have an address, so I will delete it here. So this is how you should be using signatures with variable data. And another thing that is very important is about images. We saw many clients doing the following when they want to add an image here, they go through some random email hosting service like hostyourimage.com or something like that, and they copy and paste it, copy the link and the URL and copy it here when they are adding an image here. But you have to remember that you already have an unlimited email hosting service included in gSignature here in media. Here you can add any image you want, put a name on it, copy the link. For example, this is just a sample image. The global link doesn't exist. You click the URL button, go to your template, you click this button to add an image, put the URL here, apply, and there you have. And something very useful about this one is that when you send the email, the receiving server, when they see that the images being loaded on your signature came from the same server as from the same server as the signature or the email messages, they will not mark your emails as spam. And that is something that could happen if you use external services that are being loaded inside the signature. So we always recommend using our own image hosting service here in media. Okay. So and also with this you can ensure that your brand assets will always be available also. Then we have digital cards here. This is service is here since I think January or something like that. Here users can generate digital business cards that act as personal landing pages. Those are, I think I said these are ideal for person-to-person networking events. So you eliminate the need for physical cards that often get lost, So, and the logic is quite the same. You just click new template, and then you select all the information that you want to see or not see in your signature, including the colors of the background, for example, something like this, or you can select an image for your background or without background, I mean banner. Here you can put the name of the digital card. This is an internal username, so you don't have to worry about this name being public. So you can say, for example, this is for e-commerce day 2026, for example. And you can add something related to e-commerce or something like that. This is just an example. Or you can create your own in custom HTML. So here, if you want, you could create your own digital card with all the variables here, same as the email signatures. So this is very useful if you want to make something super customized. Although I will say that the standard template, it's quite good. I don't think you need to spend time creating something from scratch, but if you want, you can do it. And also we have this new module called backgrounds. I think this has like it's 1 month old or something like that. This module allows you to, you as an admin of the console, to generate branded virtual backgrounds. So, for example, here, this is very simple because this is just for backgrounds for video calls. So the idea is to not have too much elements. So you click new background. You put a name to this background. It's this background. Or let's say VIP customer clients background. So here I will use something that looks more gold, for example. I don't know, I'm just making this up as I go. So super luxury. No, it looks horrible. Well, you can select if you want to show or not your logo. You can select one of the digital cards that you created. You can put a text on top of it, for example, scan me. And there you have a new background. And to use it, you just click this button, for example, this one. You click this button, And this I will not click it because we have like 200 of fake users here, so it will show an error because those users doesn't exist. It will download a zip file with all the backgrounds. I mean, this background, but the QR code will be customized for every single user on your organization. And inside this zip file, you will see, if you have 200 users, you will see 200 backgrounds with the name of the user in the name of the file. So you can download it, make it available for your users, and each user can take their own background and use it in the platform they use for video calls, being Zoom or Google Meets, Jitsi, Microsoft Teams, whatever they use. Okay. Also, I want to show you some more advanced signatures rules. So for this, I think I don't know if here in our demo account we can see it. Otherwise, I will jump to one of our official accounts. Yeah, I think I have to go to our account. Give me just 1 second. So we have an account here with the admin team, I think. We have several accounts, so don't pay attention if you see a lot of random stuff here. Like, we don't use all of the signatures, of course, but this is one of our accounts. This, I think, is in production. Yeah, I think so. So you also can make signatures conditional. You can make conditional signatures. If you go to the install area of the signature, I will go over some basics here also, just in case. When you install a signature, it means that you are making the signature available for some specific users that you select. So for example, I can take the signature and make it for external emails. It means that it will be injected when you send an email to somebody outside your organization, or just for internal emails, as the one I showed you before, or for all emails. And you can install it for the user that is using the platform for you, or for all the users or on your organization, or for specific users here, clicking here, or for groups or units. If you, for example, in Google Workspace have like sales@yourcompany.com or something like that, you can do it that way. You can assign them to branches if you are using branches. You can do it that way. In Spanish, it's only me and a couple of people that are not assisting clients. And domain rules. This is the part that is very interesting. Here you can include emails or domains. And you have 3 ways to use this tool. If you click all recipients must match, it means that when you write an email and all of your recipients are included here, for example, if all my recipients are from acme.com, or is just john@acme.com, or somebody, or somedomain.com, or all the recipients are from somedomain.com, I mean, for all the recipients match with at least one of the ones listed here, this signature will be activated automatically. And for that, you don't have to install it, you just update domain rules. So it's different. And it's here because this only works with the server-side integration. So that's why this option is included inside this part of the admin console. So you include the domains or specific addresses here and click Update Domain Rules. You can also use it with any recipient matches. It means that if in your message at least one of your recipients is listed here, the signature will be activated too. And also you can click this one that makes everything gray here, install signature only for extension and look add-in without a rule. It means that the signature will be available here to use it manually, to select it manually like this. And you also have this another option called ignore sender domain while evaluating recipients. It means that if in the recipients are users from my own organization, for example, I'm copying my boss or some other coworker, these domain rules will ignore that recipient. So you can use, for example, all recipient must match, and you don't have to add here your own organization. You just click here. Okay. Now, let's go back to the demo account so I don't change anything by accident. Now we will see the add-ons for signatures. This is also important. When you are creating a signature, let's say, I don't know, this one. This is like a minimalist signature. For example, for managers that sometimes they don't want to show their personal information. Also, we recommend when you are assisting a paying customer to unmark the watermark from the signature. I mean, if one of your customers is willing to put this watermark here, we will be super grateful, because that helps us to make us more visible. But it's not necessary. You can deactivate it. Let me show you something. If you want to add banners or disclaimer texts in your signature, don't include them inside the template like this one. Use the add-ons. Here. Use the you click here. If you see this part, you can click here and it will open the add-ons part, so you can upload your own disclaimers or banners, and also will make available this menu. So here you can see that this disclaimer is shown in the signature, or this one, for example. You can have different disclaimers, for example, for different countries or stuff like that. And here you can select the banners like this. And why? Why is important to use banners and disclaimers as add-ons? That's for modularity. What I mean by that? Let's say you have this banner for 3 different templates, and at some point from your marketing team they say, hey, your UTM source and medium is wrong. You don't have to include medium, just include gSignature, because you can understand that if a metric is shown in signature source is an email element, for example. You can go here, edit your UTMs or URL or image or whatever you want. You save it, and then all the signature templates that are using this particular banner will be updated automatically. So these have 2 uses. One is for modularity, so you can edit all your add-ons in a modular way, but also it allows you to see metrics. I mean, analytics. What is it? Here. This is a demo account, so it doesn't have any tracking information, I think. Let's see. And I said before, yeah. When you are using it in a real environment, you will see all your signatures here. What is important about that is 2 things. One is not tracking specific emails, just signatures as a whole. Let's see if we have some demo information here, so you can see how it looks. It shows only the big numbers. I mean, for example, here. Okay, I will show you my own, so it's more realistic. Here we also are experimenting with signatures, so sometimes we have very crazy analytics here. So if you see something that looks crazy, like, it's because we are testing this every time. This guy, for example. Yeah, there are a lot of testing going on here, but this is how it looks. You can see the signature I'm using. the number of opens, and the number of clicks. Usually I don't have campaigns or anything going on in my signatures, so it's very few people that clicks my signatures. Yeah, you can see test stuff here. This is the real one, I think. No, it's not. This is the real one. This is something that you could see in your own dashboard. So what is important about banners is that you can separate the data from signatures or banners. So I don't have any data on banners because we rarely use it, but that's the idea. Or links if you have specific links on your signatures. I think if I go to previous year, we could see more data here. I'm just experimenting stuff here. Our account is constantly changed between development or production environments and a lot of testing, so our data is not very real. Okay, but here you can see those type of analytics. What is important about that is that it's not dependent on UTMs or Google Analytics or Microsoft Clarity. This is our own data from opens and clicks, something that you can't see in Google Analytics. So you have a little bit more of information here. So now, okay, I selected a whole year with testing data, so that's crazy. It could be like millions of clicks. So I will go back to our testing account better. But you get the idea. Okay. And so another thing that's also important before closing this. Remember that you can create your own integrations via API. Last month, one of you asked me if you can create your own integration for your own software. So here you can create your own tokens like this. You will have the code for your token, copy it, paste it in a safe place, and you will have your token working. I will delete it so nobody start doing funny stuff with that code that I showed you in my screen. Okay, so that's the main. This covers the main tour of the platform. This behind the scenes. So let me show you the closing and QA. So for our partners present in the webinar right now, we will now transition to a more private session to address specific use cases and answer your questions. We will stay here, so please don't leave the call. And for those watching in YouTube, thank you for your attention and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.